Hey everyone, welcome back to Deep Dive Books Recap. Today we are going full immersion, author-style narration on Malcolm Gladwell's groundbreaking 2000 debut, The Tipping Point. This is the book that popularized the idea of social epidemics, how ideas, behaviors, products, trends, even crimes can spread like viruses, hitting a magical threshold where they explode from niche to everywhere. Gladwell writes with that signature storytelling flair. Vivid anecdotes, surprising data, historical deep cuts, and counterintuitive insights that make you rethink everyday phenomena. Picture this as us chatting over coffee, or better yet, Gladwell himself walking you through his own book, voice calm, curious, building suspense with every example. We are going chapter by chapter, unpacking every key story, study, and revelation. Let's tip into it. Gladwell opens with the core hook. The tipping point is that magic moment when an idea, trend, or social behavior crosses a threshold, tips, and spreads like wildfire. Ideas and behaviors aren't just adopted gradually, they follow epidemic patterns. Contagiousness, small causes yielding big effects, and one dramatic moment of change. Think Hush Puppies shoes suddenly everywhere in the 90s, New York City's crime plummeting overnight, or teenage smoking spikes. Gladwell asks, why do some things tip and others fizzle? And can we engineer tipping points? Introduction. Setting the epidemic frame. Gladwell draws parallels between medical epidemics like flu seasons and social ones. 3 shared traits. 1. Contagiousness. Transmission happens person to person. 2. Little causes, big effects. Tiny changes trigger massive shifts. 3. Dramatic moments. Change isn't linear, it's explosive at the tipping point. Examples tease what's coming. NYC crime drop in the 90s, Hush Puppies revival, teen smoking. Gladwell promises 3 rules to explain it all. Chapter 1. The 3 Rules of Epidemics. Gladwell kicks off with Baltimore's mid-1990s syphilis surge. Cases had been stable for years, then exploded among kids. 3 competing explanations. Crack epidemic broke up communities, increasing risky sex. Medical services cut, so less treatment. Demographic shift. More young, sexually active people. None alone explains it fully, but together they illustrate the 3 rules. Law of the few, Stickiness Factor, power of context. Gladwell uses this to frame the book. Social epidemics tip when one or more of these rules are activated dramatically. Chapter 2. The Law of the Few, Connectors, Mavens, and Salesmen. Here Gladwell introduces the stars. A tiny number of special people drive most spread. Connectors. People with massive networks across worlds. Example, Paul Revere's midnight ride in 1775 succeeded wildly because Revere was a connector. He knew everyone, merchants, politicians, patriots. Contrast William Dawes, fewer connections, message didn't spread as far. Gladwell profiles modern connectors, people who know hundreds across industries, hobbies, social circles. They link disparate groups. Mavens. Information specialists who love accumulating and sharing knowledge. They spot deals, warn about bad products. When a maven discovers something cool, they tell connectors, who broadcast it. Salesmen, persuaders with charisma and negotiation skills. They convince skeptics. Together, mavens find to validate ideas, connectors spread them wide, salesmen make them irresistible. Epidemics need these few to tip. Chapter 3. The Stickiness Factor. People matter, but the message must stick, be memorable, emotional, actionable. Gladwell contrasts 2 kids' shows. Sesame Street, Joan Gans Cooney's team tested obsessively. Kids love fantasy reality blends, but attention waned during long segments. Stickiness came from format tweaks. Blue's Clues, improved, strong narrative, repetition, direct address to viewer. Kids watched episodes multiple times, learning soared. Other examples. Sesame Street versus Blue's Clues research showed repetition plus participation equals stickiness. Gladwell applies to ads and messages. Key. Stickiness isn't accidental. It's engineered through editing, format, emotion. Chapter 4. The Power of Context, Part 1. Bernie Goetz and NYC crime. Behavior isn't just personality. Environment shapes it powerfully. Gladwell recounts Bernie Goetz's 1984 subway shooting. 4 teens approached him aggressively. He shot them. Goetz became a folk hero amid NYC's crime wave. But then crime plummeted in the 90s under broken windows theory. Fix small disorders, prevent big crimes. Rudy Giuliani's quality of life policing clean subways. crack down on minor offences. Tipping point for massive crime drop. Gladwell cites experiments. Seminary students late for lecture ignored a victim. Zimbardo's Stanford prison. Normal students became abusive in role environment. Lesson: change context, tip behaviour toward order. Chapter 5. The Power of Context, Part 2. The Magic Number 150. Groups have limits. Robin Dunbar's research. Humans manage ~150 stable relationships. Neocortex size correlates. Examples: Gore Associates factories capped at 150. Beyond that, cohesion breaks. Hutterite communities split at ~150 to maintain intimacy. Military units, early churches, same threshold. Gladwell, to tip ideas in groups, keep under 150 for tight bonds. Larger need structure. Chapter 6. Case study. Rumors, sneakers, and the power of translation. How ideas mutate to spread. Airwalk sneakers, niche skate brand tipped via translation. Mavens or early adopters adapted it for mainstream. Rumors, spread when simplified or distorted to fit needs. Gladwell, ideas must be translated, adapted to audience, to stick and spread. Chapter 7. Case study. Suicide, smoking, and the search for the unsticky cigarette. Gladwell examines teen smoking epidemics and Micronesian teen suicides, both tipped by social contagion. Smoking, cool image plus peer modeling makes it sticky. Anti-smoking ads often backfire by making it rebellious. Suicides, Werther effect. One publicized suicide triggers copycats in tight communities. Conclusion: focus, test, and believe. Gladwell raps: to create tipping points, focus on law of the few, engineer stickiness, tweak context. Test rigorously. Believe small changes matter. Afterword, real-world applications. YA Sisterhood Book Club spread, crime drops, etc. Final thoughts and lasting impact. The tipping point revolutionized how we see virality. Pre-social media, it predicted memes, trends, movements. Critics say some examples oversimplify causality, but the framework remains influential in marketing, public health, activism. Phew, that's the full, immersive deep dive, Gladwell style. Stories first, science second, insights everywhere. Midway check-in. If this ultra-detailed, narrated recap of the tipping point pulled you in like Gladwell's own voice, and you crave more chapter-by-chapter breakdowns of game-changing books, hit follow, subscribe on Deep Dive Books Recap right now. Comment below, which book next? Your picks drive the series. Wrapping up, thanks for riding this full recap of the tipping point. It forever changes how you spot, and maybe even start, epidemics in ideas, trends, behaviors. Read the original for the full storytelling magic. If it sparked thoughts, like, comment your biggest aha, share with a friend obsessed with virality, and subscribe or follow Deep Dive Books Recap for more epic, author-like narrations. Let's keep tipping into great books. What's your take? Can we really engineer tipping points today? Drop it in the comments. I read every one. See you next time. Rock it.